So as you can see, we've got about a 1/4 inch all the way around. Everything seems to be going good so far. Well, I'm using my little dipstick to make sure everything is perfectly level, even though the bubble shows good. You never quite know until you start pouring. Epoxy don't lie. So this is going to be one of the biggest pieces I've ever done. It's beautiful so far. Just the wood itself. I had a guy comment saying it looks like a map, and yeah, sure, it looks just like a map. But this has been a lot of work. This was what they call a Saskatchewan maple. Big cookie. We cut it down. I went to my buddy at Blades and Blocks, and he used his Alaskan sawmill to help me kind of half it out again. And that's why instead of seeing just a corner and a corner and a corner and a corner, we actually broke the pieces up, reshaped them in a few places, and I think that really has made the difference. I mean, just from left to right, that thing is just cool. All the little burls inside, all the different colors that came out. That is super cool. This is going to be one of the best looking pieces. So this one's going to be going for my daughter. She wants to have her stand-up, sit-down desk in her office. She's quite busy. Doesn't like sitting all the time. I dig it. I've got my little makeshift one here. That works well for me. It's just a piece of plywood, but eventually we'll get some material that we don't want to use for everyone else, and we'll use it for ourselves. Little button. Just down, up. Pretty straightforward. But easy build. These tables take about 30 minutes to put together. But the overhead cost is pretty high. I believe that table assembly was $400, and this table assembly was just shy of $6. But this one's got all the cool features like programming the height you want to sit at and stand at. It's got a timer, so it'll do it at certain increments, stand up, sit down, and the powder coating is just absolutely perfect. I mean, I gave it a couple of dings with a screwdriver underneath, under the footing, just so I could see how durable it was. And man, this has got like 6 mil of powder coat on it. Beautiful stuff. So we're going to be making a pile of these. The cost will depend on the surface, of course. So right now, as it stands, we've got just shy of 6 into the base. The cookie itself was $100 thanks to a guy here in town, Kit. The epoxy is going to run probably close to $400. People don't realize that the epoxy is super expensive, and that's with the deal. I mean, we buy a little bit, not a lot, but of course the more you buy, the cheaper it gets. Excuse me. It's an expensive venture, so if you don't have a sale up front and you don't really discuss the cost and the pricing, and you got to factor your time, I probably have, I would say 8 to 9 solid hours just in working the cookies, getting them pieced out, laying them out, cleaning them up, sanding them, and then another hour building the form, making sure everything's right, and then the work of finishing is going to come up. So it's a pretty intensive venture, but it's a one-of-a-kind piece. My daughter's going to have it forever, I hope. And I hope she enjoys it as much as I've enjoyed making it, because this has been a lot of fun, a lot of learnings, and a lot of fun. Okay, cool.